A little bit of time has passed since there's been any real comment about Winds of Winter from George R. R. Martin since his post from over a month ago with the infamous "less is not none" line. But George gave us a tidbit here that I think is a subtle insight into his perspective and belief about the Winds of Winter and its potential release. I'd be thrilled to be wrong about my assumption that Winds of Winter is not going to be completed, let alone A Dream of Spring. But to read this following section from George R. R. Martin's Not a blog, a small slither of hope has shined through. What do I mean? Well, George gave us an overload of words, as he typically does, that really do not relate to much that most fans are interested in. No offense, George, but I follow your Not a blog for one reason, maybe two. But number one is to discover anything about the progress of Winds of Winter. In George R. R. Martin's recent update, there is one paragraph that jumps out. The Winds of Winter is going to be a big book. The way it is going, it could be bigger than A Storm of Swords or A Dance with Dragons, the longest books in the series to date. I do usually cut and trim once I finish, but I need to finish first. Now, many of you probably predicted a longer book, as did I, and perhaps this is just an excuse for George to have taken an extraordinary amount of time to finish the book. But I don't think he's earning much sympathy from me or you. But I do think it's important to note that George keeps reminding his fans that A Song of Ice and Fire is not finished. And I think that would earn him a lot of bad faith from his fans if he's doing this while knowing he's never going to finish. Like, he just continues to keep it in our minds. He keeps reminding us about it. To summarize, he's telling us once again that he needs to finish, but more so, he's telling us that he fully expects to finish Winds of Winter. For the pessimist inside of me, I needed that if I was going to hold on to one shred of hope. I still doubt we'll get a true finish to A Song of Ice and Fire, but we do have a fraction of hope, and I'll take it. Moving on to his comments about House of the Dragon. I saw rough cuts of a couple more episodes of House of the Dragon and was just as pleased as I was with the earlier episodes. Ryan and Miguel and their cast and crew are doing great work. Those of you who like complex, conflicted, gray characters, as I do, will like this series, I think. There will be plenty of dragons and battles, to be sure, but the spine of the story is the human conflicts, the love and the hate, character drama rather than action/adventure. I love that he says this in that last sentence. There's so much to be added as far as context and nuance of political drama that we don't necessarily know all of just from reading Fire and Blood. I want to see dragons and huge fiery battles, but I fell in love with A Song of Ice and Fire, and for that matter, Game of Thrones, the TV series, because of the drama. Now, my other videos are very optimistic about House of the Dragon, and George R. R. Martin's update is not pushing me away from the great expectations I have for the upcoming series. Hopefully we get more info on House of the Dragon soon and Winds of Winter. In the meantime, thank you for checking out the video. I know this one was kind of shorter, but please hit the like button, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts on Winds of Winter and House of the Dragon. And if you'd like to contribute to the future of this channel, consider becoming a patron. Link will be listed in the description and comment section below. Thank you.